Mr. Crypto, back again. So I'm getting hit up a lot. I know everyone wants me to review a couple other miners and a couple other protocols that are launching, and it's just been a ton lately with lock pay bullshit, and then me getting into Lucky Seven, which obviously I'm super bullish about. Um, I wanted to talk about other stuff, right? Because at the end of the day, right, we always want to try to build our portfolios based on, medium, high, low risk, and then obviously in this DGen space, you can also rank them, high, low, sorry, medium, high, low. But at the end of the day, what I've always been interested in is getting into some of these. I don't want to say staking, but they're like I don't know if I don't know if they're really called staking. But before I get into CZ PEGS, which is I think launched about a week or 2 weeks ago, I've talked about EMP money here and there, and then bomb money, right? I think bomb money released first, and then EMP. But I got into EMP, the detonator, like a small amount. I just showed just because when I was part of someone else's Discord, I felt really comfortable with EMP. My crypto, which is I guess one of the guys who is one of the leads over there as well. I felt super comfortable with knowing who the devs were, which personally for me, if I'm gonna put any money, if I could know or their docs or KYC, whatever it is, especially in this crazy space that we're in crypto, which is obviously a very small percentage of the people that are in, it makes it a huge deal to me that I know, or at least have connections with some other people that know someone or whatever, and it's super important for me in terms of putting my money in these things. Well, before I get into these three up here, I want to talk about Monarch. So I ran into this through another guy's YouTube channel, and I just want to throw it out here because it's actually really cool. Shout out to the guy who made this, and he obviously sells advertising, which is good for him. But the one cool thing about it is that you can click any of these miners here, and then you can actually, go directly to the page and obviously do your own due diligence and not financial advice, or but at the end of the day, clicking some of these links is sometimes you're kind of nerve-wracking, right? If you're in someone's YouTube channel that doesn't have a ton of followers or whatever, which I wouldn't recommend, only because you don't know if those links are good or whatever. But this might be a good site for you to go to if and obviously he's going to get a kickback if some of these are referrals, right? So just know that if you click one of these, like Chicken Land, it's going to go to obviously his address. I'm not in any of these. I'm just telling you, I don't know this guy. I just think it's a really cool site, and this is the reason why. You can hit the TVL over here, and you can go up and down. Obviously, Baked Beans bought the #1 list, even though obviously they're #1 in TVL, but they're not #1 in all these things. So I'm assuming they bought the rights to be on the top. But it's a real easy way for you to kind of see what the TVL is doing, from time to time. And, maybe if you're interested in getting into some of these, you can look, obviously, if it's green or red. I don't necessarily know if it's green is something that you necessarily want to get into, only because then you're also buying at the highest part of it too. So a lot of these, I still think getting in early is the best. It's not just because you can ROI faster than the guy who came in after you, but only because you do have a better position. And then, typically these miners won't last, right? BUSD Crops Farmer is lasting. I'm still be able to pull. I'm pulling. I think I'm almost more than a third for each one of the BUSD and BNB, and also for USDC for Crops Farmer. But as you guys know, and if you've heard from my last 5-10 videos, I'm kind of sick of Crops Farmers and that type of app. And I'm gonna reiterate this again because I think, and I'm not trying to change the channel. To be honest, I know a lot of you guys still like these things. I actually hate them now. I like the fact that all this stuff is in place to make sure that people can't jump on it and then drain the contract because there's the 80% rule, the tax you get hit with. But this timer for the 12-hour is a pain in the ass. And now I know there are some out here now, and I think Chickland is one of them, that if you don't know, they have an auto compound feature, which I think they take a percent. Oh, cool! I got another subscriber. I think they take a percent out of doing it. So please read the white paper if you're interested in say Chicken Land. I'm not in any of these. Like I said, you guys know which ones I'm in. They'll be in my description. But this might just be a cool site for you to look at all the miners at one time. The other thing too at the bottom here, you can kind of see, so you can go TVL, and then obviously drip comes up. You know, I'm a drip fan, and you can just see everything. My diamond team, you know, what the TVL lock TVL is. So just an easy way, just another resource for you guys to go look at if you have never heard of it. But just be aware, right? If you click on one of these links, you know, obviously it's using the same guy's referral link, which is not, I'm not saying a bad thing. I'm just saying just be aware that that's who you'd be giving it to. Now, if you want to give it to me and I'm in one of these things, and you know, you know, if you like, if you're sub, if you like, you know, I'm just joking. So use it if you want. If you don't use it. So I'll put this in my descriptions going forward because I think it's pretty cool. All right, back to the other part of this video, and I want to keep it under 10 minutes. All right, so EMP, bond money and EMP money. So I'm gonna just talk about, for example, CC PEGs first, because I can bring in EMP money and bond money. So the reason why I'm thinking about getting in something like this is because I want to get into farming a little bit more, and it's not so much farming stable coins. It's really farming like BNB, or you can farm bond money, which is Bitcoin, or you can farm Ethereum through EMP. The idea of this whole thing is, and I think I'm connected, yeah. So say for CZ shares, right? Or so for BNB, if I want to do this one, I'm going to make 2%, which is a higher risk, right? So there isn't permanent loss here and stuff like that. Awesome, man. I'm getting all these guys subscribing. When I get to 1,000, man, I'm going to do a huge giveaway. So please hit that like and sub. If you don't like it, hit that thumbs down twice. I'm going to make 2% a day. And obviously there's some permanent loss here, which I'm not super, I guess, informed on what all that means, to be honest. So I'm going to put a sizable deposit into CC PEGs because I think it's a good bridge between EMP and BOM. But if I'm a little weary or whatever about CC PEGs when I do some of my research, I might just throw into EMP, like I said, because I feel comfortable with who's behind EMP. And I would probably do eShare for BNB. And what ends up happening is that you can zap into here, which means that you can just, it'll make the liquidity, the LP for you, which is going to be BNB and eShare. And then from there, you will make eShares, right? And then you can take eShares and take them to the boardroom. I know this is so confusing. And then you make EMP. You'll earn EMP. So it's really confusing. What I would recommend, there's definitely a lot more videos out there talking about how the boardroom stuff works. And the biggest thing I haven't talked about is being pegged or unpegged. Basically, since this is over 1.0, that means it's pegged. It means that the boardroom's printing, means that you're printing money, which you're printing. The protocol is making money enough to print EMP, right? And then you can take EMP and sell it and claim it. So the way this works is you would farm one of these 3 on EMP, right? And then it would go from there. You would make, let me just click on one of these. You make eShares, right? You claim your eShares and then go to the boardroom, and then you basically approve the eShares, and then you will earn EMP. The idea, my understanding, please correct me around in the comments, is that they don't want you to sell eShares, right? They want you to sell EMP, essentially. So you would claim this and then sell this on the market, or sell this, I guess, on PancakeSwap, or it would sell it on here, I would assume. Maybe not. I think you sell on PancakeSwap. There's other things called auto stake, they're auto vaults. So if you don't want to do everything I just told you, and you're probably super confused and you're like, I don't know what he's freaking talking about, there's this thing called auto vaults. It essentially does the same thing I just told you, but it does it automatically. But some of these will take a fee. So this one does not take a fee, but like Beefy takes a fee. I think there's other places where you can stake farm this LP pool, farm this LP. And then essentially not have to do exactly what I told you about claiming and then putting back in the boardroom and stuff like that. So anyway, this is just some other things I'm looking at, CC PEGs, EMP, and then bond money. If you're in any of these 3, please let me know what you think about them. How's it working for you? I'm doing a ton of research on them. I'm probably going to throw a sizable amount into one of these protocols, and then kind of do a little something different. And I know that this has been printing money. Everyone says printing money. And essentially what they mean, especially because this is all a fork of Tomb. It's a Tomb fork, right? And then from the Tune 4 came all of these, right? Came Bomb Money, came EMP, came CC PEGS. So what I would recommend is you guys hit these white papers up. If you don't know anything about them, I'm going to go ahead and probably post a video this week about me putting some cash into one of these three different, it's going to be between EMP Money and CC PEGS, to be honest. But I know CC PEGS is the newest one out of all three of these. So, and then if you want to hit up miners, and see which miners you want to get into, you can here. And real quick, I know a lot of people are hitting me up, and it seems like it's kind of spam, to be honest. But here, you can see everything I'm kind of into here. I don't see it on here. I wanted to click on Mountain Miner, and everyone keeps asking me if I could do something on Mountain Miner, and I haven't. And the only reason I haven't is because if you've been hearing the last, like I said, 5-6 videos, is that I'm a little tired of these. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I think that was the right link. Hold on, go back. I'm a little tired of these miners, and here's one thing. I did research BUSD and BNB, which, to be honest, if I'm going to do one, it's going to be one of these. And the only thing I see on here, obviously there's a lot of differences, but the fact that they're spread out across so many different actual chains, it doesn't appeal to me, only because the fact that it takes someone's money and spreads it out so far across that if I feel comfortable, I want to get into something with a huge TVL, right? I mean, I'm relatively speaking, right? Now, if you look at BUSD, it's been out since 5/23. They only have 2,000 BUSD in here, and I don't know if that's right. I'm hoping I'm not on a spam site, but anyway, long story short, they do a 5% on theirs. They do $1,000 limit. They do 10 compounds, so same as Crops Farmer, where they do 10, and then you can take out after that, and you won't get hit with a penalty, I'm assuming. For 70% for illegal, and then 48-hour mining permit. So basically, you have a cooldown period for 48 hours, just like you do for BSD Crops Farmer. 3% referral fee. So here's what I've been hearing about too, about Crops Farmer and Mountain Miner. I guess there's some like shit going around between these two miners, which I think is hilarious. I think Mountain Miner is saying that BUSD you can actually get they can rug it, just because of the way they call it set up, and then basically Crops Farmers kind of telling them, kind of stay on my business. I could have that all wrong, but you put in the comments. So I ain't trying to be all that drama, but hey, I just thought it was hilarious when I found out all the drama behind on these Telegram groups between these two miners. So if you're thinking about something like this, like I said, I am not going to enter Mountain Miner. I just want to do a quick video to say that I did, because a lot of people have been asking me to do it. I have looked into it. It's not something I'm going to get into, because honestly, I don't like to spread my money this far across. I don't like when miners do that, because I think they're just trying to cash grab a lot in a lot of different places, where I honestly think they should just focus on, say, a Binance or an AVAX or whatever, or a Crow. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't made my own miner, obviously, but this is just my thought process. I'm more interested in things like a Lucky 7 and more things like in that nature, more things like a CC PEGS or EMP Money. Obviously, I love my drip, right? So those are things I'm more interested in. I'd rather be talking about Piston and Splasive and maybe get into something like that. But anyway, please just keep hitting me up, and maybe something I come across is something I want to get into and show the community. But I just wanted to know that I did review, I did go through some of this. I just don't feel like it's right for me right now. I don't want to sit here and have to hit a compound. If there's something that's an auto compound like I saw for Chicken Land, I mean, that's something that's appealing to me, because I feel like for Chicken Land, and I'm not going to get into Chicken Land, I'm just keeping it an example. The auto compound feature where I lose, like, say, a 0.1% or 1%, whatever, it might be worth it for me, because I don't got to sit in front of the freaking thing. So anyway, if you like this, hit that like and sub. If you don't like it, hit that thumbs down twice. And everyone, please have a good rest of your Sunday. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.